Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Pauper Ponderings. My name is Austin and as always I have brought you a sweet Pauper deck. And we're going to be running it through a couple matches here. We're going to take a look at how we can do against some of the best decks in the format. As always, Pauper Ponderings is brought to you by The Mana Base, www.themanabase.com. Make sure to check us out online. We have everything from, altering to commander to cube, to everything in between, whether it be modern, whether it be standard. There's probably something on there for you. So make sure you check us out online, www.themanabase.com. And just so you guys know, we are currently looking for any sort of content producers. So if yourself or your buddy, you want to make some Magic content, please send me an email at themanabase@fusiongamingonline.com. I'll put that in the description. But again, my email, themanabase@fusiongamingonline.com. I would love to see the content that you guys are making, and we can possibly get something done. But in the meantime, I am playing a Jund cycling deck here in Pauper. This deck is very, very cool. It reminds me a lot of Living End, just because a lot of the creatures kind of match up the same. But yeah, I think this is very, very cool. As always, I forgot who sent it in because, I'm completely awful when it comes to memory. But the main point of the deck is we have a lot of cycling creatures. So 4 copies of Street Wraith. We're playing the Future Sight one because, we know what we're doing. 4 monstrous Carabids, 4 Deadshot Minotaurs, 3 Viscera Draggers. And then what these are going to do is they're going to facilitate... Oh, we also have 2 Crows and Tuskers. Very important. These guys are sweet. Along with 3 copies of Satyr Wayfinder to fuel our graveyard while also letting us hit land drops in our 17 land deck. We also have 2 Grizzly Salvage to kind of do the same thing as Satyr Wayfinder. And then we have, Pit Keeper as kind of our guide to bring the important creatures back to our hand. And we also have Fume Spitters, kind of a little bit of a utility against Delver and that kind of thing. Now, what are we trying to do? So we're trying to stay alive. We're trying to get a lot of creatures into our graveyard. As you can see, we're playing 31 creatures in this deck. Then, once we have a bunch of creatures in our graveyard, we want a Songs of the Damned, hopefully 1 or 2 times, to get us enough mana so that we can play a Crypt Rats and deal both players upwards of 30 damage. Now, how will that kill us? Because we're going to be at 20, but we play 4 copies of Knot of the Bone. So as we start milling cards, we're hopefully going to be milling some Knot of the Bones, and we can cash these in to gain a bunch of life. I played a couple of practice games, and I actually got myself up to 130 in a couple games. So I'm very excited for this deck. We're also playing 2 Moments Peace in the main deck. Again, just as a way to keep ourselves alive and get our combo off. Pit Keeper is going to be really, really good at buying back their Crypt Rats. And yeah, the deck is just very synergistic in what it's trying to do. It's not trying to do anything fancy. We're just dumping creatures into the graveyard, getting a very large ritual, and then comboing off. Now, this is some crazy art. I don't even know what's going on here. But I remember one of the first decks I ever built was actually a Songs of the Damned mono black deck, and it used the card Skull Clamp, obviously, because that card's busted, and a bunch of just black 1/1s for 1. And dark rituals, and you would eventually just draw a bunch of cards, hopefully Songs of the Damned to draw more cards with Skull Clamp, and then eventually just drain life them. That's kind of what we're doing here today. Our card draw isn't as good. So if we go over to our sideboard, as you can see, we've got these 4 Duress, including this very, very bad M10 one, along with the beautiful, beautiful 7th edition ones. Very important. We didn't have the 7th edition one, and it's nice. 2 Shrivels for any sort of black-white tokens decks. Playing 3 Snuffouts, as they're just good in the format and kind of can catch our opponent off guard depending on what they're doing. Another Moments Piece if we need that against something like Boggles. We have a Death Denied for any sort of grindy matchups. We have 3 Ancient Grudge for Affinity, and then another Crows and Tusker if we need to go a little longer. So this deck is pretty cool. Again, very consistent in what it's doing. It's just drawing a bunch of cards, gaining a bunch of life, and then hopefully fireballing our opponent. What do we hope to see? We hope to see a lot of mid-range decks. We don't want to see the black-blue control decks because they're going to be able to counter all of our Crypt Rats. I'm going to do my best to not really get mad at the blue-black control decks, but I'm probably going to get mad at blue-black control if we end up playing against it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video to see all of the sweet Pauper Ponderings that I have to offer. And usually I do a pack opening. Well, today I'm going to be opening some Modern Masters. A whole box of Modern Masters. So make sure you stick around for that. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing some Pauper, we're going to be playing some Damned Cycling, and I will see you guys for round number 1.